Hi guys, it's Dale with the insurance. Today we're going to talk about an article that it's something hopefully everyone gets to do. It's a stressful time, and it's a small piece of the process that's once again often overlooked. The title of the article is The Pros and Cons of Paying Home Insurance Upfront or at Closing, right? So purchasing a home is probably the largest purchase or expense you'll make in your lifetime, right? So things are completely stressful. It's typically a lot of money. But in doing so, if you are taking out a mortgage, then you're definitely going to be required to have homeowners insurance. If you're paying for the home outright, then like most things, it's in your best interest to have homeowners insurance. You're obviously not obligated, but it's in your best interest. And then if you're lucky enough to have the resources, so you're to be quite frank, so wealthy that you can self-insure, then great. But either way, it would probably still be in your best interest to carry homeowners insurance. So let's say you're going to purchase homeowners insurance. You've got two options to pay for it. You can pay for it up front, or you can kind of lump it in with the dozens of other fees that you'll have at closing. There's pros and cons to each. The pros, let's start with kind of upfront. Pros of paying for it up front is they're twofold. So one, you get to lock in a rate, right? So for the entire year. So there's no way you can experience an increase during the year because you've already paid for it. That rate is locked in. The other benefit is that you can actually finance it, right? So you can put it on your credit card, which is important because for a big cash outlay, for a home purchase, that's typically certified funds, so anything you can finance obviously takes away from how much you have to take out of pocket up front at closing. The cons to something like this is that, as we alluded to before, you already are dealing with the financial burden of purchasing a home. So then paying potentially thousands of dollars. You may get a great rate and get kind of home insurance annually for under a couple grand, but typically thousands of dollars. You layer that on top of the closing costs that you're going to have to pay for, and then that can kind of get stressful, especially with a lump sum upfront payment. That's really the only con. If you pay for it at closing, some of the pros are you actually can negotiate whereby you have the seller pay for some of the insurance costs, right? Typically that lands between 3 and 6%, which is a very good pro for that. You get to share the cost with the seller, who isn't going to benefit from, he benefits from the sale, but not having home insurance on your home. The con is you have to once again pay with certified funds, right? So you would actually need the cash in hand, either via your bank account or a cashier's check at closing to pay these thousands of dollars, less the 3 or 6% that you perhaps negotiated with the seller at that time, right? So everybody's situation is different. First and foremost, congratulations on purchasing a home. That's phenomenal. Hopefully this analysis kind of helps you streamline the process of do I pay for it up front? Do I pay for homeowners insurance up front? Or do I pay for it at closing? Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully this was helpful. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.